Pack.
Hello, what up? 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 What up, Pack?
Like,
Welcome back once again to another Alpha Pack Academy crypto call with my man
yes,
Investing for Legacy,
yes,
Lil
sir.
Legacy over there, man. What's good, man?
Yeah, little legacy over here. He no, the fatherhood never stopped. You know how that go. He dealing with me tonight. He ain't gonna be too much of a distraction though. We're gonna make sure that the Pack family gets updated on this crypto market. We have a special guest tonight. Thank you, Boss Gang VIP, for bringing this project to the Alpha Pack's attention. Very exciting. I love the that it's on the Solana blockchain, and I also love the art as well too. So I'm excited to, I appreciate you introducing this to us as well. We've got a guest, so we don't want to be too rude. So I want to make sure we get to our quick market updates before we continue on with him as well. So let me put this boy down. Boss Gang, anything? Yep, I'll bring up my screen real quick.
I just want to say something. So
Yeah, please.
every week we talk to people and we tell people buy low, sell high, right? Whether it's stocks or
Yes.
any asset, you want to get it in for the best price. And I remember before we had to run up last year, we mentioned all these discounts on the prices. You could have got, all this stuff for really, really inexpensive prices. So then the people who bought always buying at the dip, even when it runs up and pulls back, you're okay. You're still in profit. You've been, accumulating these assets for a really, really long time. So when things are inexpensive, this is when the time you want to take the opportunity to get these discounts. For instance, we had 3 ran up today. I know Legacy, you put people on Sandbox at 77 cents. That thing went crazy today. Polkadot went crazy today. Cardano super discounts. Cardano went crazy like a good 10%. You want to make 10% on your money instantly as soon as you get in. You got to make sure that you buying low. I'm not gonna hold too long, but I'm always going my rant. Buy low, sell high. Fear in that market is at all-time high. And without taking too long, Legacy, I'm gonna throw it over to you. We started a little
Yes,
late. Let's
yes.
get into it.
I'm a
Let's get into
I'm
it.
gonna definitely just add to what my brother is saying, Boss Gang. It is definitely the time to buy, guys. Fear is still very high. Actually, let's start a little different tonight. Let's start with the fear and greed index of the crypto market. We see it is still very high going on in the market. Extreme fear yesterday, extreme fear last week, extreme fear last month. But in Alpha Pack, we don't let emotion or headlines control when we decide to buy. We go by charts. So I in Alpha Pack, I've been on top of this all week for the Alpha Pack. This is the total crypto market cap chart. It at the start of the week, those pink levels are the last week's high and low. Those purple levels are last month's high and low. Just for people who's not familiar with my chart, I know many of our viewers are. But at the start of this week, it went 2 down, but it bounced heavily, bounced. And I had confidence that it would hold that level for sure, because that's I'm going to bring up Bitcoin chart as well. But we see it's on a strong bounce. Let me go down to the day chart, to the micro a bit. Beautiful hammer after touching briefly under that 1.87 trillion. We're back above 2 trillion overall market cap. I'm confident that's going to hold, especially after today's CPI consumer price index meeting only had good news, and that was essentially what kind of was the turn of the uptrend last time, the last meeting that we had last quarter. So that was pretty much around when Bitcoin hit its high. But this is the altcoin market cap, everything excluding the big boys, Ethereum and Bitcoin. The altcoins seem to be recovering a lot faster and better, to be honest. But that's we know the game. We know that that's nothing. Even when Bitcoin is dropping, it's always something going up, some other altcoin going up. So just pay attention to these charts. I want to bring up Bitcoin, the big daddy. So pay attention to these charts, these companies that are running with at this time. I'll highlight one that I just put the pack on at the end of this. But focus on those coins that are running well without Bitcoin running well, because when Bitcoin's running well, those things, they should be running great at that point. But this is Bitcoin. It touched. It's holding under that. It held that 40,000 level, 40K level. It's plenty of buy orders under 40K waiting. Waiting on Bitcoin to dip under there, and and it's holding that level strong. It held it strong. I think we found our bottom. I'm pretty confident that we did. I'm very confident that we did. So, guys, this is a good time to buy while fear is still high and while we know that the market is turning. So, especially I wouldn't be surprised if we reach last week's highs. We get above that on Bitcoin. That would be above 47.5 this week. Then that'll be a strong 3 on the candles, which would be bullish engulfing in TA terms. So this candle, I would not be surprised, is covering this whole entire candle to the left, and that's very bullish by the end of this week. From there, I can see us easily getting back up to last month's high, and yeah, just give us time, guys. Bitcoin, they like to bore you out of this position. A lot of people only trade Bitcoin, which is okay, but it's a slower grind. It's better than leaving your money in the bank, but at the same time, it's other coins out here giving you bigger, faster gains that can catch you up to what those guys who've been in Bitcoin under 10,000 are seeing right now. Their type of profit. Let me continue on to get our guest on. I wanted to just also update us on the NFT market. We are currently, man, it's a beautiful, beautiful time to be NFTs. So far in this month, we are already at 2.5 billion volume in Ethereum on OpenSea, all-time high, and we are not even halfway through this month of January yet. It's very exciting. All-time high monthly wise was back in August. That was 3.4 billion that we can see right there. It's exciting time to be in NFTs for sure. This can double easily. This can go up to 5 billion within a month, which would be astounding, easily by the end of this month. So I'm excited to see where NFTs are heading. Excited to pick our guest mind tonight as an NFT creator, artist. He does it all. He's an impressive man. I'm excited to pick his brain right now in this time in the NFT market for sure. So guys, this is a great time to buy. Of course, let's go over our favorite site, CoinGecko, to keep on track. We see the top 10 hasn't changed at all much, at least since this bear correction has started. But let's pay attention to what has been running in the last 24 hours. So this is actually Oasis Network. Rose token is the name of it. I actually made a post about this inside of Alpha Pack yesterday when it was at 40 cents. Already up 20% at 53 cents. It's a Firecoin, Fire blockchain. They have their own blockchain. As we know, a lot of people, they're renting their tokens only, and they're using other Bitcoins, blockchains, but they actually have their own. They're partnering with Meta this year, Facebook, and they have some big things coming. So I'll keep it brief about Rose, but that is a coin actually that should be on everybody's watch list and radar. I can easily see this getting to double its price now, cracking the top 50 right now. Yesterday it was number 83. It's good to pay attention to these market caps, Pack family and YouTube family. Yesterday it was just 83 out of 100. Now it's 79. It's moving fast. I see it being the top 50 coin. If it cracks that top 50, it should be at 93 cents. It cracks that top 25, it should be at $2.48 by my calculations. And yeah, guys, this is a winner right here. But just throw that out there. Make sure we're paying attention to what is moving, even when Bitcoin is not moving. Boss Gang, that's all I pretty much wanted to bring up. Of course, we got other exciting news. We got athletes accepting, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green accepting their salaries in Bitcoins. We got more Gap dropping some NFT soon that are actually going to have some physical hardware. So we got other big companies and big names and athletes that are still pumping crypto and still believe in it. So do not believe the hype that it's there. Do not listen to the FUD. Make sure that you have you're looking for those reversals. In Alpha Pack, we preach one of our commandments. We don't buy dips, we buy reversals, guys. So pay attention to those markets. Pay attention to these coins, your favorite coins. And it's a great time to buy. They're accumulating your positions for sure.
You're right. I just want to add a couple things to it.
Yeah.
Bullish for the crypto market. And I just want to give I like to give out plays. I like to help people make money. So here we go.
Nice.
CPI numbers came out. They were at 7%. The 7% is exactly what is expected, because it's what is expected. We can move forward. It is a catalyst for a cryptocurrency. Currently in China, the crypto is going crazy right now. I expect crypto to go crazy. So if you're into stock options, you want to start to look into those long crypto stock options, because we are absolutely going to get up out of here. You know, we've made plenty of 1,000% trades trading crypto stocks, even recently in the last month with stocks like Any and Hunt. But just want to keep that in mind. It's the time to buy. Man, I'm excited. Legacy part. There's this project called Dogmonauts. We got the founder, like we said, Brad, here with us. How I found about this, I think I was on maybe NFT page. I don't know these NFTs, and I saw this art, and I was like, "This is crazy." They got the dogs dancing around. Man, look like the metaverse is already happening. So I like the art so much that I even actually have posted on my page. You know, so that's not something I would normally do, of course, but I just really enjoyed it. So it's definitely an honor to have Mr. Dogmonauts himself come in. Brad, welcome to the show, Brad. Unfortunately, Brad can't be on the camera because of his work. I'm sure we can all relate to that, but he's definitely put together some good stuff for us. If you guys knew what where he's working, all that kind of stuff, you definitely understand. But how's it going, Brad? What's good?
Man, just chilling. Just the energy around this project's building, and you know, we're launching on Saturday, so just, you know, it's a movement, and people are joining the Discord, you know, every minute, every hour, and it's an exciting time. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time to you know, have me on here and talk about the project, and any game that I can give anybody on NFTs or how to set up NFTs or anything like that. You know, I'm more than happy to contribute, you know, and answer any questions anyone has.
Nice. Thank you.
Absolutely. First thing I want to know is about yourself. Like, where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
Yeah, so I'm from the Bay. So Bay boy. And grew up out here, and I've been in the entertainment industry and the tech industry for, you know, over, I don't want to age myself, but, you know, 10 or 15 years. Right. And I started my career doing websites for musicians in the Bay Area. And then I ended up going down to LA and doing music videos and that kind of thing. And then I built an app, actually a game, that did pretty well on the App Store. And then that's where I really got kind of interested in technology and the amount of money you could make while having fun, while being creative, stuff like that. So so that's my background. And as far as from the music stuff, I worked with everybody from E40 to French Montana. But that's like a whole different world, but it's still creative, you know. And now I'm in tech and full crypto nerd now for the last couple of years. I actually have owned crypto, Bitcoin, I think, since like 2014 or something, just because of the technology, like, interests me, right? And then I never really understood what to do with it. Like, I bought Ethereum and some Litecoin, things like that, but I just kind of did it to do it, you know. But when NFTs came around, it really kind of clicked for me. It's because it's merging both, you know, the technology, the creative, and the ability to make money, you know. So.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned that, the ability to make money. People act like that. People act like that actually doesn't count. You're from the Bay, so you know. We know. I'm from California. I'm from LA. We know it. We know what it costs to live out here. So we got to make money. Yes. You mentioned the game. On the side note, what was the game?
Oh, well, then my identity would be out there. But
okay. I want to get you in trouble.
Don't worry. But yeah, it was basically a endless scroller. So you run and you collect coins, you jump, stuff like that, and it was monetized using ads. So it's just super passive, but it got enough kind of like, I don't know if you guys remember Flappy Bird. Like they were doing, I think, 50K a day or 50K a day or something crazy like that, just off of ads, not in-app purchases or anything. And you know what you guys were mentioning earlier about buying now, like while there's all this FUD out there, it reminds me of kind of like the stock market. There's a book that's called, I think it's called 100 Baggers, and what they say in the book is like, you don't want to buy Google or Amazon or something like that because it's not going to double, triple, quadruple, right? Maybe it might double, but you want to find these stocks that you're going to put $1 in, you're going to get $100 out.
Man, and same thing I preach.
Wait, hold on.
Right.
Yeah.
You sound like he in the alphabet.
Yeah, he does.
I knew something. I knew the vibe was right. I knew it was right. You sound like the alphabet. You trying to take some little and turn it into a lot.
Right. And now's the opportunity because it's still early. Like we're all in this and it's so early right now. So people who are getting in now, like you just have to hold. You buy and you hold. In my opinion, do your own research, they say. But
of course. Oh man, sounds exciting.
Right. I always encourage people. I always tell people, you got your buy and hold. And if you want to trade, make a separate account. You could trade. It might turn into something, but you know the buy and hold is going to turn into something.
Right.
You know
that. Man, I just like to add what Brad's saying. That's another thing that's so exciting about these NFTs. A lot of people, crypto, the whole concept of crypto, it really doesn't. You know, they throw some money in there, but it really doesn't ignite their passion into it unless they go down the deep rabbit hole of it and understand the foundation of it and how Satoshi really made this for bank around 2008, the last crash, for banks won't have so much power. Like, you know, that was really one of the root causes. And like, once you really understand all of that stuff around crypto, then it's easier to get passionate about it. But with NFTs, it's gonna get people hooked so much easier. Like just those creatives, like Brad here, like his mind and how it works, and it's exciting. So I just want to add to that. I can't wait to this Coinbase NFT drop. This marketplace is going to bring so many more people, and this lane is just getting started pretty soon. I remember at the beginning of us starting to do this, I was joking saying that pretty soon you're not going to be able to go. In 5 years, I said at the time that you're not going to be able to go through a drive-through at McDonald's without getting an NFT. It looks like it's going to happen a lot faster. It's going to happen a lot faster. So, but please don't let me. I don't want to interrupt you too much. Please continue with your story, brother. It's been motivating, and please, I definitely want to pick your brain some more as a creator.
Cool, yeah, and so I'll walk through basically the background of this project and. Feel free to interrupt, ask any questions or whatnot. So, so it started with just me, like, as a creative, seeing all of these NFTs and like, what is that? And it just never, it didn't really click until I started diving in. I'm like, okay, I found some artwork that I liked and I'm on OpenSea, but it was hard for me to try to figure out, which collections are good and, how to judge which ones to invest in and things like that. So I got smoked on my first couple, man, but that's, sometimes that's how you learn. So at the same time, just because of COVID, I work from home. So, and I'm a social person. So it's like, I don't have that social outlet. So I've really taken this last couple years to learn both how to program and also 3D design. And I was just, me and my fiance, we rescue dogs and stuff. So we love dogs. All of our friends are dog people and stuff like that. So I was just messing around making these 3D dogs. And then it kind of clicked. I was like, oh man, well, let me try to get these out there. Let me see if I can make this into an NFT. So I started Googling, the different technologies and learning about that, watching YouTube videos. And then, you see a lot of these profile picture collections with, 10,000, 5,000 or whatever generated profile pictures. And so that's a whole nother rabbit hole. Like, well, how does that technology work? And how do you do that in 3D? Because there's so there's open source software that allows, people can download it, or I think there's even websites now that help people create layered image. So you know, you start with, let's say, a face, and you have 10 different types of eyes or glasses. They have programs that can stack those and generate for you, but they don't for 3D.
3D. So it's a lot longer, I imagine. Creating this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah.
A lot longer.
Yeah.
But what's cool is it increases the barrier to entry. So you have fewer collections going out and actually making genuine 3D like models for their NFTs, because it's so hard, and people just, you know, you can't just download the software to do it. You actually have to program, you know,
Right.
it's, man, that's a whole nother show. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's going down the wormhole.
You know, it's crazy. So what's crazy, part of our group, we got tons of engineers and coders in here, Python people and all kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, we can definitely relate for sure.
Cool. Yeah. So so basically, the 3D artwork that I've created is all in Blender using, you know, that's an open source free 3D program. So and then I have a Python script that I wrote that does some of the randomization, and then a separate script that does the rendering flow. One of these days, maybe we can get on and I can walk through the technical portion of it, and, you know, how to do it technically.
We do that, and people, it's going to be tons of people in here. We got a lot of people
for sure.
Definitely interested, for sure. 100%.
For sure. So this is one of the Dogmonauts, and this is actually generated. So basically, I broke down each one of these dogs into different types of like assets. So you have different ears. So let's say 5 different color ears. I think there's 30 something different hats. So that watermelon hat is one. There's different glasses, different eyes, different bodies. And then the software that I wrote does the randomization. So this is one that was created, has a watermelon hat, has the robot eyes, has zombie fur. And it was really cool to see these being churned out, you know, having the system pump them out, all random, you know.
That's incredible. I'm blown away. I'm like, wait a second. You're selling NFTs. Like, how much is the code worth? Like,
oh,
what?
I know. I know. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Cool. So as far as this project goes, it's called Dogmonauts, you know, space dogs, basically. And by owning a Dogmonaut NFT, you can get entry into what we're calling as like the Moon Club, which is like a private membership type of thing, where you get additional value or utility. So that's a big thing for those of you out there that are looking into NFT projects. Unless if it's coming from like a famous artist or something like that, you really want to focus on NFT projects that provide utility. So more than just the image, right? So in this case, we're providing utility through the Moon Club, which will allow us to continue to add value to each NFT. So if you have a metaverse that is voted that you want us to integrate with, then we'll integrate with through the Moon Club. We also want to do, when this COVID stuff's done, to do live events, like real life events, and then your NFT is your pass to get in, and things like that. So, so first of all, we're going to release what's called the Genesis Mint, and then that's the first original 10,000 3D Dogmonauts, and it's going to be the first generation, and then we're going to support breeding second generation. So if you have I think I have a slide a little bit later on, but basically if you have an NFT from a different collection, I wrote a script that's going to be able to merge the two. So you can create a second generation that's influenced from other NFTs.
Wow.
I'm over here blown. I'm just like, what is going on? Like,
I'm telling you.
That's
so, and to be fair, like, this is a long time coming. I've been working on it since like September. So like, a lot of these mints, they're coming out and they're just getting out the door. They're trying to do it by numbers. Okay, if this project doesn't stick, then I'm going to try and do a different ape or something, you know. But I've really tried to invest, all of us on the team, everybody in the community, really trying to invest time and energy to make this right and improve and change as we go. So
You know what? I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that, because I know it's not some kind of pump and dump scheme. So I know I've been following the project before there was a mint date. There was no mint date.
Oh, totally. Yep.
Yeah, there wasn't any of that. And I'm just a really, really art I'm into the art, and I love 3D art, and I saw the art behind it, and I appreciate the time and the thoughtfulness that you guys are putting this, and not really trying to rush this out here, and that's what I really appreciate. So I just wanted to give you the props for that, just having a really, a good project, and just, just thinking about it over time. So it makes me more excited that it's actually thought out.
Yeah, and it's important to add value, right? It's like because I've bought in some NFTs, and it's like you said, like a pump and dump or like a rug pull, and then your money's gone. But that sucks for everybody. Like, it's so much better if we all invest our time into making this a project that builds value. So that's another thing. Like here with the airdrops, we want to provide. So if, for those that don't know, like an airdrop is if you own an NFT, you can get additional NFTs from the creator at random. And we really want to do that. So the first one that we might airdrop is alien pets. So we've been working on some 3D designs for that too. So just add value, I think, is a big thing. And part of that is the Moon Club. So that, like I was saying, it's the membership club. Owning the NFT grants you access. And then if you see here, it's a little small, but this list will continue to expand of different downloads, of different renders. So it's not just this T pose that it's in now. We really want to do like different angles or animations, like every single NFT do different dances or whatever, and just continue to expand on that. And then also part of the Moon Club is going to be just community involvement. So we want to support dog-related charities. So if someone in the community is a fan of a specific or involved with one, like put it up for vote or whatever, and like we'll talk about it as a group. And then, like I was saying, the real world events too. And so the main goal for this project, for at least like for this initial mint, is we want to cover the adoption fees for 1,000 dogs. Because there's all these dogs out there and rescues and pounds and everything that don't get homes because people can't afford the $150, $400, $600 adoption fees to get the dogs. So if we could provide, a good chunk of what we make with this project to give these dogs a second chance, I think that'd be pretty cool. And another idea is that we're gonna work with dog rescues that will provide images. So it's like, we're gonna pay you, and then someone can get the dog for free, but all we're asking for is an image of that dog. And then I want to tokenize each of those photos as a separate NFT collection that we airdrop to the people who hold the original collection. So it might not end up being worth anything, but at least the money that you spent on your NFT just went to go saving that dog's life.
That's fire. That's fire.
And then the breeding thing. So this
that is so cool.
Okay, so I haven't seen this anywhere else. So
no.
I think I'm pretty proud of this. So with NFTs, there is what's called metadata, and they're associated with each image. So it's all the different traits. So in this case, on the left, like the zombie fur, the blue metal, the red HUD, like all of those things are contained in a file. But what I figured out is we can read that file for any NFT. So NFTs that are in different collections. In this case, the monkey on the right is a Solana monkey business. And so we can pull that file and see all those attributes. So I thought, like, how cool would it be for the next release to, if you have this original Dogmonaut on the left and our Moon Club software can detect what you have in your wallet, and you have a Solana monkey business, where we pull those traits and we can randomize it and create a new NFT, which would be influenced by both of the traits of those two. I know it's getting kind of crazy, but
I see it with a cigarette and a hat. That's so cool.
Right, I'm just like blown. I'm just like, yo, man. I'm thinking about all my own NFTs. Like, okay, which one I'm gonna cross?
So
right.
But if I bred those two, would I lose my monkey business individual?
No.
Like,
No, it's just totally just reads. It just reads the traits from both, and then it randomizes it. And then what I'm doing ahead of time is, for each collection so it has to be a supported collection. So like for Solana Monkey Business, we've already downloaded all of their metadata, so we know that they have pirate hats, that they have cigarettes, that they have different glasses. And so what we're going to do is 3D model each one of those individual attributes. And then, and so then it's marked as like available. So that pirate hat, I had to 3D model, but then it's in like the system's inventory, if that makes sense. So then it just combines them and then generates its own unique like 3D model.
I mean, I see why you can't come.
I love that. I love that innovation.
Thanks, man.
I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Hey, y'all see why you can't come on camera? Clearly, right?
Clearly. So another thing too is if you imagine this same mechanism or software or whatever if like, let's say, what if the Moon Club, Dogmonauts, what if we release like a really hot thing right now is getting land in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Right, so if the Moon Club sold NFTs that were plots of land, and then you have an NFT that's a building, like maybe we could breed that in I'm doing air quotes, but like combine the NFT building that you own in a different collection and then build it on Moon Club land. And then
that would be cool.
Right. So I can't give too much away on that one, but that's kind of the way I'm thinking.
All I hear is ching 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 ching. That's the only thing That's the only thing I hear is like, whoa, this is crazy.
And with that is the airdrops, right? So we'll be releasing airdrops, and so that's both a token. So we've already created club token. I kind of decided to put that on the back burner a little bit to make sure that this initial drop is as good as it can be and as successful as it can be. But then we really want to encourage people to hold on to their Dogmonauts, and then they would then earn some sort of token that they could exchange for either NFTs or maybe physical merchandise. And then also, like when you own the Genesis Dogmonaut, you're more likely to receive like a companion NFT or something. All for free. So it's like you buy one, and then you can get, as you hold it, the longer you hold it, the more likely you'll receive these airdrops.
Okay. All right.
And then moving on to merchandise, like this is something that I've taken kind of from my experience in other industries where, it's really important both as a business model and to build communities to have merchandise. Like it doesn't have to be super expensive stuff, but just the fact that, you can represent whatever community you belong to. So if it's a favorite musician or if it's your favorite crypto community, like it builds a sense of, unity, camaraderie, and yeah. So for 100%. the first release, what we did is just we had these custom dog bandanas made, and anyone who is active in our Discord who wanted one, we sent them out. And so we've been getting pictures of all these dogs and stuff wearing. It's pretty cool. But one thing that I'm working on this week, and I'm trying to get out the door before our release on Saturday, is the ability to buy and acquire merchandise that's specific to your NFTs that you own. So you'll be able to log into the Moon Club. We'll be able to detect which NFTs of ours that you own. And then we have a system that's like 90% done. So I'm hoping I can get it. I might have to take a couple sick days from work, but we'll be able to generate art that's specific to your NFT. I'm sorry, merchandise that's specific to your NFT. So if you have this dog with the glasses and the tongue out, then you could get that printed out on, like a framed portrait, or you could get it on a mug or a shirt or a hoodie. Or a dog bandana like this, but it's showing your NFT's head. So that's something too that I think will just, help reinforce the community and yeah. So
yeah, I definitely agree. You see, we got our alpha pack. So people keep asking about the merch. We know we've been delaying them like Dr. Dre Detox album, but
man,
we're
still waiting.
Right. No way. And I appreciate that motivation, bro. Definitely appreciate. Needed to hear
that.
that.
Love that idea too, because like even some of the biggest projects out here already, they have merch, but it's just like generic merch. It's like not. Yeah, I love that you get to get your individual NFT. So that's great.
That is yeah. That's crazy. I love it.
And then, so the last section that I have here is integrations. And this is like, with all the talk of like Facebook changing their name to Meta and all this metaverse focus, as a community, there's been a lot of like requests for these 3D models to be able to be supported in different systems. And what's different about our project is that we are actually creating 3D models for you to download and use whatever. You want to 3D print, you want to do whatever, you have that ability to. It's not just a layered image. So one guy, he on our Discord, he's asked a couple times. So this week I was like, okay, I'm going to figure it out. And for this specific, it's called Mozilla Hubs. And I was able to integrate it to get it working and everything. So this is just like these screenshots is just an example of like, using one of your Dogmonauts as an avatar. And this is a very light integration that I did here, but in the future, it would be so cool to have it more like a more involved or what's the word? Like a more integrated and experience to where maybe in the Moon Club you can click and automatically import it into your Oculus or something like that as your avatar.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is definitely a little bit forward thinking, but it's good to have that kind of that blue sky goal or ambition.
That's what we like.
Instead of
that's what we like. We like things that
dumping.
people consider ambitious. We like we like ambition.
Right.
Thinking of just moving beyond the way other people think. So yeah, I mean, you sound like a member of the Outpack right now.
Yeah,
feels good.
Sweet. Well, thanks again for having me. Yeah, and I'm here if you guys have any questions or if there's anything you want me to go back over or if you wanted to.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Why the particular network with Solana versus say Ethereum, Polygon?
Right.
Some of the other ones. Why specifically?
Yeah. So.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So that goes back to kind of when I was first learning, like, okay, how do I do this? And everything that I initially like read or saw in the news and articles, it all drove me to OpenSea, which is all Ethereum based. And I'm like, all right, I got some Ethereum that's been sitting there and just like I'll buy some. But then I got hit with the gas fee. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was
like I have to pay how much? And I don't get anything from it was crazy.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then so I started researching different blockchains and Solana is immediate. There's no gas fee, and it's backed by it's backed by a lot of like VCs and stuff. So it's not going anywhere. For the most part, it's stable. I know the last. They had an issue about a week ago, but I think that's all been resolved with just some performance stuff.
Yeah, with their layer 2, yep. Went down for about 7 hours or so, yep.
Yeah, but what's cool about Solana is like their infrastructure, minus, a couple hiccups here and there, is able to do, I think, something like the number of transactions per second is like the same as like Visa and MasterCard combined or something like that.
Up there.
Okay.
A lot faster.
So with Ethereum, you have to, if you even send ETH, it can take a while. And then you have gas fees and all this stuff. So I really thought Solana would be the right avenue to take. And also it's really being embraced by the NFT community. So there's a ton of projects that are coming out on Solana. So it's like, for me, it's like, I'm interested in the other collections too that are being released. And so yeah, so I thought it would be part of almost the bigger Solana NFT community.
Yeah, I agree with your thoughts there for sure. Ethereum definitely has to get their stuff together soon with those gas fees. It's been getting better slowly, but
Right.
it's Solana is definitely a competitor that's worth making sure they pay attention to in the smart contract world for sure. I love Solana.
Yeah, I know we've been picking up a lot on Polygon too
Yeah,
recently.
yeah,
You know,
That's
for
what I hear. Yeah.
you know, we got into a project. Yeah. No fees, no fees. I think I may
yeah.
pay, you
No,
know, $3
interesting.
to Moon pay to you know, the service provider or whatever, but you know,
Mhm.
there's no fees and everything is pretty instant and you know, pretty instant. You know, just Solana, you
Right.
know, we heard all the negative news, the celebrity pump and dumps and you know, stuff getting pumped
Right.
in 10, 15 seconds and all
And then
kind of
gone. Yeah. And so
yeah.
that's funny that you bring that up. I was really kind of trying to debate on how to best market this project. And it's like, I could pay celebrities, I could pay people in my network to post it, but it's like, to me, that's not building a genuine community. So I would almost prefer just to have
100%.
things, you know what I mean? It just be organic and not be some sort
100%
of
I
scam.
agree. Yeah, for
100%. I
sure.
agree. As who is that? I was just reading how Floyd Mayweather and Kim Kardashian, they're currently getting sued right now for a project that they were paid to advertise that was a rug pull. So
Crazy.
I totally agree. As an
Right.
NFT collector, the organic growth is so much better. Even you doing this is like definitely the smarter route than you paying somebody else. But you just being willing to put yourself out there as the owner and just secure people about your long-term vision with
Right.
this project is go a lot farther than you paying Floyd Mayweather or something like, or anybody just to promote it, throw it up there. Those are total turnoffs and red flags for me personal, as somebody who really knows what to look for in projects. So I like that about you for sure.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you guys, having me on and giving me the opportunity to nerd out and talk about it.
No, yeah, anytime we can
Yeah,
talk
we're
this time.
you mentioned talking about the other stuff, the whole setting up process, and you know, it was so funny because we have our Alpha Pack trade and Zoom call where we trade stock options and all this kind of good stuff every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. You know, I'm sure you've seen us all the stuff we post, getting out,
Yep.
helping people make all this money. And in the group, we had somebody who was interested. One of our members interested in coming up with an NFT collection, and I was talking to him about one of the biggest things that you're going to have to find is the right developer, and then most of the I'm not going to say most, I don't
Right.
know, but it just seems like there's a lot of the developers putting funny stuff in the codes, and
Oh, totally.
so
Yep.
if somebody didn't want to, I mean, you know, it takes a lot of time to learn how to do all this coding and stuff. So how would somebody go about that, or is there a way, or would you want to get into that next time, or what do you think is best?
Yeah, I think honestly, learning it and doing it yourself is probably the best, but I mean, it's not easy.
Right.
Um,
Right.
it especially if you're doing it the code way. I know
Especially 3D.
yeah, oh yeah, and then 3D is like game over. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, there are a couple websites out there that will do the generation for you using like a UI, right? Like you log into the website and you could do it. Or Metaplex is one open source thing that people can use, and you can actually create or have someone create a storefront for you,
Mhm.
and you can do like one-offs and maintain your own kind of website. That's a good
Okay.
way. Or, I mean, but at that point, you still risk, someone sneaking in their wallet or something, right?
Right.
In the code.
Right. Mhm.
So, yeah, I think getting involved with an existing community and befriending the developers on that community, and just people are so helpful. Like, man, twice, 3 times a week, I'm asking for help on Discord on other servers, and everyone's pretty helpful. Even though it's in a way people are competitors and these collections are competitors, we're all trying to help each other. So it's just building trust with maybe a developer that could help you out.
Yeah,
It's funny you say that because that was literally 100% damn near word for word the answer I gave earlier. Is to, go in the Discords. You know what I'm saying? Go in these different forums that you're already in. And there's a lot of smart people in there willing to help you out. Collab and all that kind of good stuff. I know there's been all kind of funny stuff with different smart contracts and people putting all kind of funny stuff in there. So, we definitely right.
Oh, and actually mentioning that brings up a good point. There are people out there that are trying to scam people and take advantage of you. So whenever you're getting involved with a project, go to their main website and then click the links from that site or from their social accounts. Like if they have a project Twitter, only use those links that are on that main source of information. Because someone's already trying to bootleg Dogmonauts on OpenSea, and I have to keep filing things for them to take it down. They're photoshopping different backgrounds and all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
So going to the source of truth is always, that's a big key.
100% common. Yeah, shooting you those funny ones and so funny NFTs and you're hidden. Don't click.
Right.
Unless you know what it is.
Right.
Don't interact with it. You end up with all your crypto gone. Yeah, right. Still all your crypto. Man, I appreciate you being here. Did you want to leave us anything? I don't want to hold you too long, but I'm in. I'm going to be in.
Last question. I do got to ask for the pack family. Can you bless us with some? Can you pass the alpha pack with any whitelist or anything like that?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
So actually, whitelist is still open because I haven't uploaded the new code to take it down. So it's moonclub.xyz/whitelist.
Okay.
And so everybody can get on there. And then if you join our Discord, let us know that that you guys sent us, and then maybe we can hook you up with some other stuff too.
Ah man, thank you. We appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Well, thank you for having us. Yeah, we're gonna have to set up the next meeting. I can't wait to get mine and see the.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm like, man, hold up, man. Might have to get a couple of them for myself. I like that. Well, we appreciate you, Brad. In the Discord, make sure you guys go to the Dogmonauts. Get in the Discord. I know a lot of us already
we'll be posting the links in our Discord.
Post the links.
Appreciate it.
The social media at Richard is that only is the poor Richard, is that only on Discord or is that on Instagram too?
Yeah, that's just on Discord. Everything else is at Dogmonauts.
At Dogmonauts. So poor Richard in Discord. So you know who we're talking about. We appreciate you. We know you couldn't come on camera, and it was for a very good reason, and people only knew. But you can see about the work that you're putting in. It's for a definitely good reason. You're a valuable person, man. I'm blown away that you blessed us with this timeless information, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, the information.
We're about good about this project for you. People, a lot of competition, but you seem to have a lot of innovative ways, and you seem to be willing to adapt. And I feel great about this project. I'm so happy that you taught us about more in detail today than I knew about it for sure. That we'll definitely be supporting an Alpha Pack.
Sweet, I appreciate it, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna catch up with you next time. I'm gonna hit you on IG for sure.
Yep.
Man.
That was dope.
Again, we appreciate. Yeah. Whew. Man, I'm blown away. The integrations and just crazy. Cool. He got into Bitcoin for the tech. People say they get in for the tech. So I'm gonna put this too. This is a good point that he made. He said he got in for tech. He had all these Bitcoins. He said, I didn't know necessarily what I was supposed to do with it. I just like the tech. You can see the way he thinks. He's a very innovative thinker. He's always thinking creative forward. Yeah. So he's not looking for confirmation from other people. He's looking to be that confirmation. So I just want to, we teach this buy low, sell high. He mentioned, even with the different stocks, trying to get things. And it's funny. He said quadruple it. I'm like, wait a second. You talking about quadruple? I was like, that's Alpha Pack talk. We talk about double it, triple it, quadruple it. Yeah, so we got to be forward thinking with this. The innovators. This man is an innovator. as you can clearly see. We have to be thinking forward. He's talking about these integrations into the metaverse that people haven't even considered. You know, he said they might be ambitious. That's how we need to be. We need to be ambitious with the way that we think and with our goals. Let's not limit ourselves based on what other people are doing. We got to think about what's next. What are some special abilities? What are some of these gifts that we have inside of us that only we have, that we can actually exhibit to the world? Everybody's not going to think the same way, and you have special gifts, and he's using his gifts to think outside the box and do more of these. I mean, if you I mean, it's kind of like technical with a lot of stuff, but I mean, this is incredible what he's doing, this coding for all the smart people who are into the coding and all that kind of. You guys know. I'm sure there's people gonna listen to this
and the fact that
other crypto. I mean, just. Man.
Because I forgot the software. One of those famous art generating softwares. You might know it off top, but you literally can make I forgot this. A famous, we could make pictures and edit them. It's not Canva or anything that basic. It's a software
like Photoshop.
Photoshop, yes, that's it. Thank you, brother. You can literally upload a picture of like these profile pictures. You can upload one and it'll generate 10,000 different versions of it for you a lot easier. So I seen this, and I saw how easy that can be to come out with a 10,000 project. But then just knowing how the detail of how he has to go and make each of those 10,000s when it's 3D project, that's some work he's putting in for sure. It's not as simple.
3D coding.
Yeah.
Working on AR.
Yeah, that's gonna be impressive.
The utility AIRDROPS.
Yeah, I like this project.
AIRDROPs, bro. I love it. I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. Man, it was a good show, Legacy.
It was, bro. Thank you, Boss Gang, for making that connection for the pack. For sure, that was dope.
We're gonna keep working. So, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here, man?
Not at all, Pack family. Make sure this FUD out here is not stopping you from getting some of this money that's being made in the crypto market. Look out for these reversals for sure. Bitcoin, pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing. It's the leader typically in the whole market. I'm sure we all know that by now. You know, Bitcoin's running, then the market is running at its best typically as well. So it's reversing now, guys, but they're gonna keep putting fear out there while they're buying up. So make sure that we're not being left, and we're getting those best entries and how we do inside the Alpha Pack. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you following all this on the social media, so because we're updating you, and if you're in the pack, we're definitely keeping you up to date for sure what's going on in the crypto market, and definitely the stock market. So man, make sure that you're hunting with the pack and how we do.
Like, click, subscribe. If you think you click the subscribe button, but you don't know, because you know sometimes you click and it don't all the way click all the way, just make sure that thing is highlighted. You know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell, make sure it click, because you ain't gonna be getting you won't get the notification. You're gonna be like, man, I know I done clicked the thing. So double check on that subscribe. We're all about the education. For those in the pack, we're about to get back at it tomorrow. Make sure to visit the website if you're unfamiliar with Alpha Pack, www.alphapacktrading.com. Make sure to follow us on all the social media, Instagram at Alpha Pack Trading, Alpha Pack Trades on Twitter, Alpha Pack Trading on Facebook. Follow Boss Gang VIP, Investing4Legacy, all the rest of the pack leaders. Until next time, leave a comment. Got any questions, anything you want to talk about, leave a comment, put it down below. We're gonna get at you. Until next time, peace. We out.